Hi, friends. It's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie, and we are going to just chat and make cards today, and I'm really excited to see you. Let me just check my phone here and make sure I check on my other phone to make sure that we're live. So let me confirm that. I have to do a couple things because I'm not seeing any comments, so I always like to make sure that everything is working. Okay, I see that we're live, so that's a very good thing. I love it when I know that the technology is working. That's a great thing. Oh boy. So I hope you're doing well today. It's Wednesday, and Wednesdays are good days. The middle of the week. Roz, good to see you. How are you doing? How's your weather there in Florida? Here it's, I don't know, it's like barely 70 degrees. Tracy from Connecticut, good to see you. And, oh, I just have to put on my glasses to see those other, if they come in from YouTube. I don't know how to change that. Karen and Jeanne, good to see you. Marcia Long. I hope you're all having a great day, a great week. For us, it's kind of relaxing, and the weather is cool, like about 70 or a little bit under, and also cloudy. I don't know if any of you have, Lori Mantovi, good to see you. 61 and rainy today. Oh boy. Well, I feel it's almost raining, you know, when the clouds are like surrounding, it's not really sunny. It makes you kind of blah. I like it when the sun's out and shining, but that comes a little bit later. Roz, you're melting. Oh my gosh, it's close to 90 with high humidity. Oh, poor Roz. I'm sure you're in air conditioning, right? Vicky, good to see you. Yes, put prize. Good. I'm glad you caught me live, Vicky. What is your temperature there in Arizona? We're kind of comparing temperatures. Um, you know, here in San Diego, I was going to tell you in May and June, beautiful and 85. Okay, great. Jeanne, is that you? Beautiful and 85. Here in San Diego, in May and June, it's usually cloudy. And we call it May gray and June gloom because people actually, let's see, my bangs are just being a little weird. People actually come here during May and June for the pretty weather, and it doesn't really get pretty until July. That's when the warmth comes out. 94 over there, Vicky, in Arizona. Colleen, Seattle, 81 and sunny. Good. Tina, Granite Falls, bad storms. Wind and hail. Yeah. I've heard the Carolinas have been having some bad weather for the past month or so. I see, I see news about tornadoes and wind things. I know, I've heard that. Well, Ellie is her normal little sleepy self here. She's been getting quite independent. Roz, yes, air conditioning and the pool. Your grandson was there today. He's so cute. Yes, you have to go in the pool when it's that hot. You seriously do. Yeah, Ellie's been, I can tell she's getting a little older. She just had a birthday and she's 11. Kay, good to see you. And she's just getting a little more independent, like she really just wants to do her own thing. She doesn't want to be bothered. The loud noises are making her scared all of a sudden. They have in the past, but more so lately. I have a groomer coming on Friday morning, so she might be, I don't know if the groomer is just going to meet her. It's one of the mobile groomers, or if the groomer is going to have time to actually groom her. I'm not sure. But I usually do all of her grooming, and I haven't had her groomed for a while. And it's time to, shave her tummy and those kind of things that they need for the summer to help them stay cooler. So she doesn't totally know what that means. So that's a good thing, because otherwise I think she'd be scared. but I'm hoping they'll be able to groom her and she'll be really cute. Okay, we got stuff to talk about. Are you ready? Let me put Ellie in her little bed for her afternoon nap. I changed chairs, and so this one isn't on wheels, but it feels much better for my back. My bangs are just bugging me today. When I see it, they wouldn't bug me if I didn't see myself in the camera, but then when I see my bangs, I'm like, oh, I know. I have gotten so many darling cards from some of you. I love to show them when I remember. And Jeanne sent me this adorable card from the latte set. I want you guys to really see it. I love it. Margaret, good to see you from down under. And I love this. She embossed this in black, I think, on like early espresso paper. It is gorgeous. This is such a pretty card. Thank you so much, Jeanne. I just love it. Gorgeous. And then I got a very pretty Mediterranean card from Tammy. Isn't that cute? The way she kind of angled the sentiment and the piece behind. I really like that. I'm going to have to ask her. I don't know where that that scallop is from. It could be retired. It's so, isn't that pretty? These are just, I love, and I put my cards up on, I love getting the cards, and I put them up on a board. I have a board. And then Colleen, I'm pretty sure, is the one who gave me this. Yeah. Look how cute this is. Isn't that darling? I really like that. Colors, gorgeous, gorgeous colors. Thank you, guys. They just make my day. Well, they make all of our day when we get cards, right? We all love cards. And so I thank you for thinking of me and sending me cards. I love it. And little goodies. You guys are so sweet. So what do we have to talk about today? Let me turn yes, they are, Roz. I'm going to just turn the camera down because I have some things that I want you to see. And let me see if I can get this now. Okay, and then we'll do, it just takes a few minutes to get that other little picture in there. Hold on, it's coming. Oh, goodness sakes. Okay. Nope. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, there we go. So what I want to talk about right now is the joining special, the starter kit special. And we're halfway through the month. It's the 15th of May, and this starter kit special, well, I will turn it this way because this is the way you can see everything. It has so much free. $247 in product for only $99, and it all ships free. That is an amazing price. And I wanted to ask some of you today, if any of you are not demonstrators, I know we have quite a few demonstrators, but if you're not a demonstrator, I would love for you to ask questions, because we're all here to help answer. Do you have questions about being a demonstrator? And I'm asking that because I know a lot of people do have questions, and they might not ever ask them, and they might not think of being a demonstrator because they don't ask the questions. So I would love to answer any questions you have. You can email me at Peggy@prettypapercards.com. Linda, good to see you. Or just ask the question here in the comments so we can see, and I'll answer your questions. And what I want to tell you is, really getting the starter kit, it's $125 of Stampin' Up! Products that you pick on your own. Whatever you want, you pick your products. $125 worth. That's a lot for only $99, and it all ships free, which is a big discount. Then, because of it being, we're having this special right now, you're going to get, in addition to all that, you're going to get all 5 of these beautiful in color full-size ink pads. These are not the little mini ones that you get in the paper pumpkin and things like that. These are the full-size ink pads, and you get all 5. You get the 5 markers. These are not the Stampin' Blends. These are the markers that you can write your cards, you can sign your cards, address your cards, you can draw. These are beautiful. You get an assortment of all the in-color cardstock, so you can make lots of cards. You get 4 pieces of 5 colors, so you get 20 pieces. And the way we usually make cards, we cut them in half to make 1 card. So that would make, if you made a card out of all this, that would be 40 cards you could make with this pack that you get for free. And you get this package of In Color Designer Series paper that we've all been using. All 5 colors. I think there might be 40 sheets in here. Let me double check. Let me put my glasses on. Yeah, 40 sheets, 46 by 6 sheets. This is an amazing deal, and all of this stuff I'm showing you here is absolutely free for your $99, and you get the $125 in product of your choice, and it all ships free. And why would you want to be a demonstrator or join Stampin' Up? It doesn't mean at all that you have to do what I do. I would say that a lot of the girls that are on this, that are with us live here today, girls and guys, are not like me. They don't really demonstrate. They just are hobby demonstrators. Polly, good to see you from North Carolina. The In Color DSP, it is so beautiful. We call this DSP. It's so beautiful. But most demonstrators just join for the discount, and that's why I joined. Once you get your starter kit, then everything you buy after that is 20% off. And you guys, the way prices are today, everywhere, everything costs money, and our dollars don't go as far as they used to. And so getting 20% off, like I'm pointing at this, but I don't mean this, because this you get free. From the point after you get your starter kit, 20% off is a lot. And so that's why most people join. If you love Stampin' Up, you want what you love at the best price. That's the way to get it. And obligations, you don't have to do a single thing. For the first full 3 months, you don't have to do anything. So like right now is May. April, May, June is a quarter. So until June 30th, your 3 months doesn't start, and then every quarter you have minimums that you have to reach. It's like $100 a month or $300 a quarter that you have to sell or buy. And so July, August, September, you can be a Stampin' Up demonstrator until September 30th of September, and everything you buy during that time is 20% off. And you get a preview. You'll get a preview of the holiday catalog, which is coming up. And there, I got a sneak peek on the trip. I got a sneak peek of the online exclusives coming out in June. You guys are gonna love them, and you're gonna want to be a demonstrator. They really don't come out until July for customers, but demonstrators can get them pre-order in June. I'm just telling you guys, I don't think some of you have any idea how beautiful the online exclusives are going to be. So all that to say, it's really, if you love Stampin' Up, you love the products, it's just a no-brainer to join and get the starter kit. If you have any questions, you can email me. I also have a join link. Be sure, if you're thinking of it, be sure that you do it before May 31st. That's the last day. This is a great special, and it doesn't come along very often. Okay, next thing. I've had an inquiry about Peggy, when are you going to do another Faith Creations class? And I said, it's right around the corner, and here it is. So today I'm going to introduce my Faith Creations class for May, and we are making cards on faith, hope, love, and peace. And I'm going to show you. Here are the cards you're going to make if you take my class. And we'll have, I have the registration will be open until Sunday the 19th, and then it will close. Email me if you want to register. You're going to make 3 different cards. Here they are. And you're going to make 3 different designs. You'll make 2 cards of each design. So you're going to get everything to make 6 beautiful cards. And in addition to that, I only give a minute sneak peek, you know. I don't want to show you, I don't want you to study them too long because I want you to be excited when you get it. So what I'm using is Unbounded Love. And some of you I know already have this. It's a beautiful, beautiful stamp set. And I'm going to tell you why I'm using it for Faith Creations. Because I don't know if any of you noticed, it has tons, 25 sentiments in it. But the reason I love it for a Faith Creations class, you guys, check this out. Hope, love, faith, peace, and then additional sentiments that you could put on the inside. You're a blessing. This is an amazing stamp set. I love it. And here are the dies that go along with it that are also amazing. This is a bundle, Unbounded Love. Now, if you have the bundle, then that's great. The kit will be perfect for you because everything is based on this bundle. And these dies for labels, for the sentiments going into the labels, and they're meant to go into these label dies. They're beautiful. And so that is an add-on if you don't have the bundle. But what you're going to get in your kit, in addition to everything you need to make those 6 cards, you're going to get 3 PDF tutorials, detailed PDF tutorials on how to make the 3 designs. You're going to get a video of tips and tricks. You're going to get a half a package of the country lace paper. And I'll tell you why I love it. I like big bold papers, but I also like the softer papers that are just so pretty that then the sentiment shines. And so these are the beautiful, aren't they gorgeous? I just love these papers. So you're going to get a half a pack of that. You're going to get the really nice brand new embossing folder called Dashing Designs. And it was used on this card right here. This is a little fun fold card. And this is the embossing folder used on the front. And that's a little pop-up there. So then you also get the embossing folder. You're going to get a package of Opal Rounds. It's called the Opal Rounds Assortment. This is really from the Mediterranean suite, but I think they go very well with this class. And then you're going to get a full spool of the Basic Beige ribbon, which is really pretty. So you get all that. And the price for the kit is $45. Then you can add on the stamp set if you want it separately. You can add on the dies if you want them separately, or you can add on the whole bundle. And you're going to have a place to add on all of those things. And so email me, Peggy at prettypapercards.com, and I will send you the registration link. You can make your choices and order right then. And then I order everything. It's a pre-order. I order it, and then I prepare it and send it out to you. And that's going to be a really nice class. Faith, hope, and love and peace. Okay, the card for today. I wanted to play with a new set that I got, and it's called Grateful Blessing. I think I had blessing on my mind. This is kind of in the back of the catalog. What did I do with my catalog? You could actually miss this. Okay, it's way back here on page 120 if you have the catalog. And it has big fonts, big sentiments, and some pretty, I think those could be lilies of the valley. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't have dies. It's just a stamp set, but I really liked it. And so I wanted to make a card out of it today for you. So this is the stamp set we're going to use, and here's the card. I'm going to change it up a little bit, but you see how nice the big font works? It really looks nice. And we're going to do just a tiny bit of watercoloring. If you're afraid of watercoloring, this is a great place to begin, okay? And here's the envelope. I put that cute little, do you guys think it's Lilies of the Valley? What do you think it is? Let me know. I like the sentiments too, Marcia. That's the reason I really got it, was for the sentiments. The colors I'm using here are for the Global Design Project for this week. If you ever play at the Global Design Project, it's now on Facebook and Instagram, and you can make a card out of these three colors: Pretty Peacock, Moody Mauve, and this one, Petal Pink. Those are the three colors that you're to use. And it's real fun to take three colors and say, okay, I have to use them. What can I do with them? And so that's what I did today. And this is the card we're going to make. And I also wanted to use, because I haven't used these nearly enough, the Spotlight on Nature dies. You guys, they're so gorgeous. 12 different circles. I'm keeping this one out because I know it's the size I'm going to use. Lilies of the Valley would need big upright leaves. Okay, so we're not 100% sure. If anyone thinks they know more, when we stamp them, I think you'll see them a little better. So I'm going to use this Spotlight on Nature circle die. But look at these dies. I mean, they're fabulous dies. I just love them. But let's start out with the watercoloring. Okay, let's just get that kind of what we might call done and out of the way. So, but it's easy. I'm going to show you today an easy peasy way to watercolor. Okay, Roz, you think they're Lilies of the Valley. Okay, several of you do. Okay, good. I was in a sorority in college that was our sorority flower. So, but they were always white, but I'm making them Moody Mauve today. Okay, so what we're going to use is Fluid 100 watercolor paper. I wanted to show you the package. This is the way it comes, and I'm just going to start out with a full piece. Although I think I might turn it this way, because we're going to cut it after we do our watercoloring. I've got my Moody Mauve. You just looked up flowers. Okay. I've got my Moody Mauve stamp pad, and here's what we're going to do. We need a water painter, and you get 3 of them. This is the largest one in the set, and it's good for doing background, okay? Because you see that wide brush, it's like a good 1/2 inch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small clear block, and I'm going to pat it and get some ink up on the block like that. And then I'm going to drop, this is full of water, you fill that up with water, and I'm just going to drop some water onto the block and be able to just get the ink and the water mixed up a little bit. And then I'm just going to start doing this, okay? I'm just going to squeeze. I'm squeezing so some water is coming out. Then I'm going to go back and pick up some more color and squeeze and keep squeezing. And you just do this. Pick up more color. Add water if you need to. I mean, it really isn't hard at all, but it makes a nice background. Just something fun to do. And see, you can just do whatever you want. And that's just what I'm doing, just like that. And I think that ought to be just fine. Maybe I'll add a little bit more color there. Okay, and poof, we're done. Now I had some tissues here. And then I'm just going to blow it dry with my heat tool. I'm going to clean my brush later, my water painter brush. And I just put it back in there. And you know me, I don't like to get messy. And so this is a way you don't get very messy at all. Look at that, all cleaned up. Put our lid back on our ink. The leaves kind of hide the flowers, so maybe it's the look of the artist's privilege. You went to Google Images, and some have big upright leaves, but some don't. Okay, so we have decided they're Lilies of the Valley. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, you can hear the sound. I'm just gonna blow this dry to get the water all dried off. And this takes just a minute. You can blot it if you want, but it also blots up the color. And then I'm also going to turn it over and do it on the back under the area where where I watercolored. This is a very popular thing. You know, we get designer series paper that that looks watercolored, so we don't have to do it. But truthfully, it's fun to do it yourself. It really is. And I think that's pretty good. Okay, let me just feel it. I'll put my glasses on so I can get a good, yeah, that's pretty dry. And that is going to be our background. Now I'm going to cut this to the size that I want it to be, which is 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm just going to play around a little bit here. Push my scoring blade up. Hello, Eleanor. I'm glad you're hopping on. So I'm just going to, we're going to get it to 3 3/4, and I think we just got it pretty close. Let me just trim that down a little bit. 3 3/4. Okay, and then I want it to be 5, and I think it's 5 right on the button. So there we go. That's exactly what we needed. I'm pretty sure that's the size I used here on the sample. Let me confirm. Yes, that's the right size. Okay, see how fast that was? You can watercolor. You can definitely do it. Just that, and that looks messy. That took no talent at all, but it makes a nice background, and so I did it. Okay, so here's my petal pink card base. This standard size, 5.5 by 4 1/4, or really 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I've cut a piece of Moody Mauve to pull in the Moody Mauve, because remember, this is for a color challenge, so I want to make sure the colors kind of show. And what I did is I just cut the Moody Mauve piece 1/8 of an inch larger than the watercolor piece. Okay, just like that. So it just shows a little bit of that, just a little tiny border. And I'm going to just set that to the side for right now. And what I want to do now is we're going to cut that circle and we're going to stamp it. And so I'm getting out my little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and my plate. This always happens when I reach over things. Things fall down. This is what Ellie doesn't like. She jumped out of her bed because I scare her. Oh, poor baby. I'm sorry. Okay, so I have the die that I want from the Spotlight on Nature dies, and I'm going to put that on my plate of my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we'll just cut this out. I just think these circles are so pretty. Okay, here we go. See if I can put it back here without causing a catastrophe. A little bit stuck to my plate. Okay, and we have a few, because it is so nice. Whoa, that came apart, didn't it? Okay, I didn't have that screwed in tight enough. I need to just poke out a few of those little pieces there. That's what makes it so nice, is that it cuts out the little pieces that make it fancy. I think they make it fancy. Okay, I'm just going to push those off to the side. All right, and now we're going to stamp You're Such a Blessing. And I'm bringing in my extra pad. The stamp just didn't stamp as clear as I wanted it to a minute ago. Oh, you got a helium balloon for Mother's Day and it petrifies the dog. Oh, it's true. They're just little scaredy cats. I know. Okay, so I'm going to use the Pretty Peacock ink because that's the one that is called for in the challenge, the color challenge this week. And I like to be challenged. I don't know about you, but you know, if someone puts out a challenge, then it's like, what can I do to meet that challenge? Kind of competitive. So I'm going to get this pretty inked up here. And I had, like I said, I had a bit of trouble getting enough ink. I don't know if it's my pad or what. Let me try it one more time. I really want to get plenty of ink on there. Okay, and we're going to put it right here in the center. See what I mean? I did notice that as it dries, it does blend together, but it looks like some little dots. It's not quite as clear as I would like. I don't know if it's the type of stamp or what, but I think it'll dry fine. We won't need to worry about it. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our watercolor piece. This is fully dried now. And what we're going to do is take our Moody Mauve. Well, first of all, actually, I think I better tie my bow. Where's my ribbon? I am just loving using lately this metallic ribbon. It's pretty peacock and gold, and I am just loving it. And especially for this challenge, because it's a color challenge. I think it looks really good on that, don't you? I do. I don't know why that's so wrinkly looking right there. Goodness sakes. Okay, so I'm going to tie a bow around here, and then we'll know where to place everything else once we get our bow tied. I could do a knot. We could definitely do a knot, but I'm kind of a bow girl. So let's see here. This is a brand new spool. And I'm just going to put a little bow right in the middle. I love the gold specks. I think it really adds a lot to your card. Okay, and then we're just going to play. I want to pull that up pretty high because I want my circle with my sentiment to really show. Let's pull that up, and then we're going to get our little, these little guys, our little loops, we're going to get them smaller if I can. There we go. And then pull them out. Let's see. Pull this one just a little bit more. That's what makes a nice bow, is when you play with it. Just a little. Actually, more than a little. I play with my bows a lot. Sometimes when you use the stamp for the first time, rub the stamp on your hand to clean off the residue. I think that could be what it is. That could definitely be what it is. Let me see. I want to get that just a little bit smaller because I don't want it to overtake our sweet sentiment. Pull it up so you can see it. Maybe I didn't do that, Lori. And then we'll just trim our little ends, our little tails. Okay, that one needs to be trimmed just a bit more. It's not good to be such a perfectionist, but what can I say? I'm going to make them short little tails today. I don't usually do that, but I'm going to, just for today. And then we can see how pretty this circle is going to look underneath like that. Isn't that going to be cute? So what we're going to do underneath now is we're going to put our Lilies of the Valley on there. So I'm going to actually stamp them. I think I'm done with that. I'm going to stamp them in Moody Mauve, and I'm not going to color them in this time. So let's see how this goes. I want to make sure I don't have anything there, and I'm going to bring them to the center, from the edge to the center, like that. Look at how pretty they are, not colored in. I think they're really pretty. And even though this is curled this way, I think when I do this, it looks okay. So we're just going to kind of overlap that a little bit. All right, just like that. So you can really see, I think they are Lilies of the Valley. Now I'm going to use, I'm just going to color the leaves in now with a light, pretty peacock, got little dots on me, a light pretty peacock Stampin' Blend. And all we need to do is there are just a very few leaves. And one thing you have to remember is this paper, this Fluid 100 watercolor paper, is very, very absorbent. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. So you barely want to touch it with the Stampin' Blend. Just like the tiniest dots are going to do the trick. And of course, Don't say that too loud because then it might not, then I might go over. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Okay, so I'm just gonna try my best to color in those lines, just to add a little more color to the bottom of the card. Just like that. Gosh, what to do here? See if I can just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I think about that. And the leaves do overlap. Okay, so now let's put our circle on and see how it's gonna look. We can get it to cover up my boo-boo. That's pretty good. See, we're not even covering all the flowers, but they just act as a little, kind of a little softening on the edge. Isn't that pretty cute? All right, now we're going to make it even better by adding it to all the pieces of cardstock that bring in the beautiful colors. So let's just confirm that I have this where I want it. Okay. So now we're just going to use multi-purpose glue on most of the card. It's really a pretty quick card when you do that, the quick background watercoloring. It makes for a quick card. I'm just going to put that on like that. And you do have to hold it a little bit longer. The watercolor paper is heavier and also a little curled, like I mentioned, from the water. It curled it just a bit, so you need to hold it down a little bit to press it on so that it glues well onto the piece of cardstock below. It's going to be backed with plenty of cardstock, so it will straighten out. It's not too curled, just a tiny bit. And then we're going to put this one on the petal pink, just like that. And you see what you thought was messy and took no talent. I mean, I know it takes no talent, but it ends up looking nice as a background. You could do anything in here. It really looks like a nice background. Marcia, good. Just get the mauve ink. Great job. And then we're just going to put this on. I'm going to need to fix my stamp a little bit. I'm going to need to, I think it's too brand new. I just got it. It's absolutely brand new. And I need to just rough it up a little bit or something, or rub it. I'm going to rub you, stamp, to get you to stamp a little better. I have had that happen before, and after you stamp it a few times, it's totally cleared off. I think it is the chemicals or something. Well, I don't want to say that in a bad way, because it is made out of chemicals. I don't want to start any kind of talk. Isn't that just cute? I think it's easy, and we can put some little embellishments on. I'm going to use the Blooming Pearls because they do have, these are Pretty Peacock, and they look so nice on here. So I think this time I'm just going to put a very few of the little teeny tiny ones. They're gold and Pretty Peacock, and I think that goes so well with the ribbon. We'll just put a few in here to add some fun. Where'd you go? Okay, and one right here. And then for the inside of my card, I do have a 3 3/4 by 5 inch piece of basic white, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp that with the lilies of the valley on the side. Just, there's a little, I got a little ink there. Okay, and we'll just stamp that like that. And while we're at it, I think we'll stamp our envelope. Check and make sure. Just like that. Aren't those pretty? The more as I've used this stamp, even just this afternoon for a few hours, I'm liking it more and more. I really like these flowers. And then we're just going to glue the inside in. And this was a little stamp set that you could easily overlook at the back of the catalog. I didn't even notice it. I think on my first run through, it's a really cute little set. There we go. You're such a blessing, and this is the stamp set Grateful Blessing. Really, really a cute little set. And the colors do look great. Maybe spray a Pam type product to the photopolymer so it doesn't stick to the, oh, because it didn't, so it didn't stick to the mold. Interesting, interesting. Thank you, Marcia. Yeah, the colors are beautiful. They really are. Okay, let me see now if I can come back. Okay, there we go. That was a fun card to make, and I like it. I'm going to be using it, and it's going to be the prize for next week. I think I mentioned every other week I'm going to do one of my cards, and the opposite week I'll do a gift, the alternate weeks. So I'm going to give away the prize for today from last Friday. It's a packet of a couple of pieces of each of the new in colors cut to fit a card so that you can make some cards. And the winner of the prize from last Wednesday is Carol Schaefer. So Carol, congratulations. You have a nice little packet all tied up here for you, and I will get this in the mail to you. I have all the others out. So I did a big mailing over the weekend, and I got a lot of the prizes out. So this is for Carol, and then if you put the word prize today, you will win next week. If the random number generator draws you, you'll win the card we just made, this card from today. So thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And if you're interested in my Faith Creations class to go, make sure that you email pretty quick, because Sunday the 19th is the last day to sign up for that. And I'll send you the registration link.